Hey Brawlers, welcome back to part 3 of my review of Bakugan Unofficial Collector, issue number 4. So I've already filmed 2 videos. My limit's 10 minutes here with YouTube, so we're going to have to try and speed things up to get through the rest of this. Shows you again some more of the exclusives, what they look like. One cool thing is it comes actually with a poster or a tournament bracket here. If I have time, I'll pull that out. There's an entry place here to win a collection of Season 3 Bakugan. One winner will be randomly chosen, so a little contest you guys can enter. Something they do inside the Beckett is there's a price guide. It goes through all the Bakugan, the 2008 series. This first part is called the cards, and it's going to go through all that for you. They also go through a lot of the Bakugan. The 2008 series, they've got a low and a high price, so like a valuation guide. Any of you guys want to know what your Bakugan are selling for in the retail marketplace, you can see. Now these prices are sealed. I think you're supposed to deduct up to 30% or more if they're used, and then it depends on condition too, but you guys can get the guide that comes with it. Here's a cool article called Strategies for High G G-Power Bakugan. They feature Bathed in Light down here in the corner, which is a pretty awesome card. 80 to Chaos. If you're battling a Darkus or a Pyrus, you get that doubled, both for Aquos and for Chaos. The ability card Standoff Copper is cool. No ability cards can be played in this battle. So if you have a powerful Pyrus Bakugan, that's a pretty darn good card to play. Bakugan Swap that lets you swap out an unused Bakugan. If you have an unused Bakugan, you can swap it out on here, so some tricky techniques. Also Reduce, silver ability card. It lets you, if you have an Aquos or Pyrus Bakugan, you may move a blue ability card from your used pile to your unused pile at the end of this battle. For some reason they feature Fire Pit in here, which is a silver gate card with no text. This just has to do with picking a good silver gate card. You just need to have one that's most powerful to your attribute. So I don't really know there's a high G strategy. In fact, it says you can use it with low G, high G, or anything in between. So not sure how that got on there. But again, Bakugan Swap, Pounce, Bakugan with the lowest print G power does not get the bonus from this card if the owner has another attribute, another Bakugan with the same attribute. So this is good to use against same attribute teams, which most brawlers out there play with all one attribute. So okay, so what else we got? Bakugan Identification Station. They're going to show you some of the different Bakugan. In fact, this here they show Season 3 Bakugan, and what's funny is they show looks like a Leafrum or a Spindle over here, and that's actually not a Season 3 Bakugan, or B3. And there is a B3, a Flip Viper Helios. Shows you the size difference between the Series 1 and the B2s or the B3s. There's a cool Pyrus Fair Ripper there. And they show you some of the other treatments. Bronze Bakugan, Dual Attribute Bakugan. That looks cool. And they show some Pearl Bakugan. Talk about all the different kinds of Bakugan in here. They got Baku Frost Bakugan. They've got Clear Bakugan, Baku Crystal, which are basically the same thing as Clear, just the B3 version. They've got Translucent Bakugan, very rare Hydronoid there. And they've got Baku Neon or Baku Lights, one of my favorites, especially the Neons. The Ventus Neons look very, very cool. They've got Baku Solar, which are the orange Bakugan. They're translucents, and they're called Baku Solar. They're all orange. Baku Mutation, I've never seen these on the shelf, just on eBay. I'm not so sure that these aren't customs, but they show you those. The White Naga that came with the DS limited edition of the Bakugan game, attributeless. Reverse Color or Baku Flip Bakugan. Baku Core, one of my favorites, Thunder Wilda there, and smoke damage, looks awesome. They've also got the Baku Steel here, that Ventus Altair that looks so cool in steel. And see what else they got on the next page. Are you ready for Bakugan Battle Gear? Talks about some of the cool cards out there. Shows a picture of Low Bridge, Bakugan with the lowest G-Power wins, Tricky Gate, which is another card that does the same thing. And it shows a Battle Gear reference card up there for the Turbine Gear. And this was written by Chris Coburn, Baku Master Chris, the Bakugan Game Master and Customer Care at Spin Master's head office. He talks Bakugan. He's an undefeated Bakugan brawler, so he gives his advice over here. I'm not going to read through that, don't have the time. There's a world's first 11-in-1 Dragonoid. Someone added some 2 Dragonoids and put them together. to make this mighty beast right here, 11-1 Dragonoid. So the top 9 Bakugan fan sites, Bakugan official site, they've got there as number 1. Number 2, they got Bakugan Buzz, 5 out of 5 rating, one of my favorite websites. You'll see me on there a lot. I like it. They've got Go Bakugan. Never heard of Go Bakugan. That's number 3. The Bakugan Wiki is number 4. Bakugan Bay is number 5, which actually they show BakuSpace on there, which I'm a member of BakuSpace. So I don't know if Bakugan Bay is the same thing or not, or closely related, but they've also got Bakugan Dojo coming in at number 6. Battle Brawlers Wikipedia, which I guess is a different Wikia. That one's coming in at number 7. Number 8 is Bakugan Brawlers Online and Planet Bakugan. So they also got the Brawlers Resistance, Baron Leltoy. They look at 3 original members of the Resistance. Good old Mira and Ace over there. Ace with his Falcon Fly and his Percival, and Baron with his Nemesis. Mira. We like Thunder Wilda, Mira. Okay, Season 3 Storm's End shows the new Dan's Glove. You can see that unboxing on my channel. Baku Spin, you can see it on my channel. Baku 10s, what? That's not new. That's the old Baku 10s are showing there. You can even see the HSP card. That's not new. They messed up on that ad. I mean that artwork inside this article. They show the new Baku Boost, what they look like with the Darok inside, the Baku Morphs. Not a big fan. I can get 2 decas for the price as this. And the new starters or the Baku Triads. So next up, they've got an interview with I'll get the right mode here on my camera, with Lord Darkus, administrator of the Bakugan community. You guys all know Lord Darkus. Really can't miss him in a crowd. And so I'm not going to go through his whole article. You can read that interview later. The Many Colors of Bakugan, an exclusive column by the game designer of Bakugan, Luke Peterschmidt. I've been lucky enough to attend a few of the Bakugan events over the last few months. While there, I got the chance to talk to literally tens of thousands of players. I asked them a lot of questions, but they also asked me questions. One of the questions that was asked most often is, what attribute do you play? As designer of the game, I really don't have favorite attributes. I enjoy each of their own special play styles. Sometimes I even mix attributes in the same force. Many kids were surprised by my decision to play 2 or more attributes at a time. Many kids haven't figured out that there are some fantastic strategies that can only be carried out if you play more than one attribute. So I agree with that. I play multi-attribute. I love Subterra a lot, but I also will use Chaos on my team and combine attributes. So he's got his picks of some cards that are effective. This one here is the Gravarion card. You've seen my son use that one in battle. And same thing with Rock On, epic card for Chaos and Subterra team brawlers. Very cool. Flames of Light. One thing I noticed here is on the Gravarion, and again, this is an exclusive column by the game designer of Bakugan, is the text on this card is, players with a Chaos Bakugan in their used or unused pile get plus 100 G power to their Bakugan this battle. Again, this is a very cool card. My 8-year-old plays with this card. Now notice up here inside of his article what he wrote. Gravarion, a great gate card when I'm using Subterra and or Ventus along with Chaos. Just as long as you make sure you fight on the card with your Chaos. That is so wrong. If you fight on this card with your Chaos, you're only going to get 50. You need to make sure you fight on this card with your Subterra or your Ventus, because then you'll get an extra 100 G for having a Chaos in your used or unused pile. You can't have your Chaos on this card. That's the worst. So I don't know what he's thinking to make sure you fight on that card with your Chaos. That's bad advice from the game designer. He made an error there. Whoops. So we've got Battle Tactics with Bright Light. You've already seen that on the Bakugan My Community pages, so I'm not going to show you that. They give you a little picture puzzle. Whoa, what is the Bakugan on this page? Can you tell which one it is? So exclusive interview with Battlemaster Josh. There he is. You guys have seen him, Battlemaster Josh. We're not going to cover that here. You can buy the magazine if you want to read it. And some Bakugan fun trivia. So you got a little quiz. And I guess next issue preview already, Bakugan Dimensions. So this is all we get for Bakugan Dimensions. They told us it was going to be inside. So it shows the Jet Core, Deluxe Jet Core, actually, not even real Jet Core. Well, I shouldn't say real, it's just not out to this fall. And Air Core, these guys are battling it with Darok and Helix Drago. I wish on the game they'd make the gear go onto the backs of them. They could have done that on the animation, but they didn't, I guess. And then it shows here your collection stats. Now this is G-Power 200. What's up with that? There's no way Helix Drago can only have 200. So I don't know if they start your G-Power over and you've got to up your assets or what, but this is all they show us. Very disappointing. All they show us of Bakugan Dimensions. So, oh well, the game's gonna be live in 4 days, so collect them all if you miss an issue. Again, I told you guys where to buy it. This is the 4th issue, but looks to be a pretty good magazine. I would definitely get it. Bakugan toys, they show you in the back, Bakugan toys, they show you again the Aeronaut, the Snapzoid. Again, these are mock-ups. That's not even what the real ones look like. That is a real Helix there, but the Phosphos, get the detail on that, it's clay. I don't know if you can see that, but on the back here, we also have a photoshopped symbol error on the ad. That's gold gear there on the wings. They made an error. They put copper there on the mock-up of this, but that's the ad on the back. Brawlers, weaponize your Bakugan. Cool Spin Master ad. I like it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review.